talking about sulfur.
Right. So she had said to me a while back that she wanted a piece of sulfur, and when I went online at this store, the piece of sulfur is very, very expensive because it's rare and it comes from, I want to say, Morocco, maybe something like that. I don't know.
How is sulfur expensive?
I don't make the prices. I don't know. It is. It comes from Morocco and it's dug out of the fucking earth. I don't know.
It's dug from Morocco. It
Right.
stinks like shit. Have you ever smelled sulfur?
Well, yes, the melted kind in rock form. It doesn't smell actually. So
Anyway, she's not. I don't want the Princess Diana blue diamond.
No.
I don't want a ruby from the jungles of Congo. I don't want an amethyst from Southern America.
mm.
I want sulfur.
Well, I've gotten her at Amethyst previously. She has got a whole ton of rocks. I'll take a
Let's get
picture and
back
send it to
to
you.
the sulfur.
Right. So she wanted a piece of sulfur, and the sulfur on the site is very expensive. But like coming towards the end of the summer, they were having a 50% off sale. So it made it a little bit more affordable. So I said, you know what, it's our anniversary. It's not like, just another, Thursday afternoon. So I'm going to go buy or something. It's for our anniversary. So I said, all right, why not? So I ordered the sulfur rock, and I ordered myself a little, it's like a dish.
A little piece of ruby or
No, what I ordered a dish that had fossils imprinted in it, and it was it's like $20. It was nothing. It was for me to put outside to like a spoon rest for the barbecue.
Yeah.
So I ordered that both at the same time. Two separate orders.
Wait a minute. Back up for a second.
Yeah.
You ordered a spoon rest for the barbecue.
I ordered it was like a mini plate or tray.
Made of what?
Rock that had fossils in it. I don't know what rock it was, but it was $20. It was nothing.
You have you and you say I'm hammered.
I can take pictures of it. So I ordered it on the same day, two separate orders. So I got my $20 dish, but I didn't get my piece of sulfur. So I waited a week, and it still hasn't shipped. So I called them up, and I said, "Yeah, I ordered this piece. I also ordered something else on the same day. I've gotten that already, but this piece hasn't shipped yet." They said, "Okay, we're preparing it." Okay, so I waited like another week. I still haven't gotten it. So I called them back. We can't find it. They lost it. I said, okay. So just give me my money back.
They lost the piece
yes.
The barbecue or the sulfur?
The sulfur. They said they lost the sulfur.
The sulfur has gone missing.
Right. I said, okay, either give me my money back, or you could find something of equal value as a replacement.
What exactly is equal value of sulfur?
They're gonna find one. So they come back to me a few hours later.
Listen, you can say, DK, you're hammered. You can't get your mic working. You can't get the video working.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, you ordered sulfur.
Yeah.
And then you said to Jane from Mumbai, I want something of equal value. What exactly is equal value of sulfur?
I don't know. That's up to them to figure out. But what they did a couple hours later, they came back to me and suddenly they found it. They found the sulfur piece. They said, okay, we found it. This was on a Friday right before I went on vacation. They said they have it. They sent me a picture of some guy holding it. They said, we're wrapping it up. It's going to be shipped out on that Monday.
There was great. A guy holding the sulfur.
Well, it was just his hand. I didn't see who it was. It was just a hand.
Like this.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like I'm holding the sulfur.
Yes.
So fucked?
Huh?
Are you fucked?
No. I can take a picture of it and send it to you.
But who the hell wants a piece of sulfur?
My wife.
Me.
So it's supposed to be shipped out that Monday. I said, okay, great. Come the following Friday, it's still not shipped. I called them back. I said, just give me my money back. I'm tired of this shit. I've gone back and forth with you. Give me my money back. They said, okay, fine. You'll get a refund in 3 to 5 days. 7 days later, I still haven't gotten a refund. Nothing shipped. I get on and I fucking yell at them.
I'd yell at them too.
Right.
I ordered sulfur. I don't want a sapphire or a ruby. I want sulfur.
Right. So they said, whatever it was, they a week later, after I was supposed to get my refund and didn't, they suddenly gave me a tracking number, a USPS tracking number that said it's on its way.
So you have a tracking number for the sulfur.
Yes.
Right. This is maybe legal, may not be legal in certain states, or
it's 100% legal.
Well, maybe in New York. I'm not so sure in Canada or England or New Zealand or wherever all our listeners are. But you have ordered this. And how big is this piece of sulfur? Is this like a salt lamp? So it's like a salt lamp.
No, it's a rock.
Right. So it's like a salt lamp. She's going to place it by the bed and it's going to calm her at night.
She just it's in with her rock collection right now. So anyway,
you need to show us a picture of the fucking rock collection.
I will take pictures tonight and send them over to you. I will take a picture of the whole collection and a separate picture of the sulfur. So
this was like it's like playing bingo of the rocks.
Yes, basically.
So you've got the quartz, you've got the ruby, got the sapphire. I want sulfur.
Yes.
Who the fuck wants sulfur?
My wife.
What does it do? What is the benefit of sulfur?
I don't know.
Your room.
I have no idea. It's a rock that sits on a shelf. That's all I know. It keeps her happy. That's all I care about.
What is the next one on the list?
I don't know. This one, I've had enough of these rocks. So after this whole experience, I don't know what the next one is. I'll find out. But anyway,
at some point, are you going to go to Jerusalem with a fucking hatchet and start fucking?
I don't think I will be making a trek anywhere overseas to get a rock. So anyway,
you'll do anything for your wife. Now let's be realistic about this.
So
you need to be the Indiana Jones of Cape Crew Radio, and you need to go to the Congo or Peru or Venezuela, and you need to start shipping.
I'll tell you what, as soon as listeners start donating to us and I get enough money for a plane ticket through listener donations, I will do that. So anyway, I have the tracking number. Great. Now I'm going to wait for it. So I don't know, however many days goes by, like 5 days goes by, nothing appears on the tracking. Like it's not even shipped. It's just the label was created. So I called them back. I was like, look, I've had enough. You give me a tracking number. There's nothing on it.
Fucking sulfur.
I just said, you know what? I've had enough. Give me my money back. Now they're saying, well, we shipped it. I said, great. The tracking number shows nothing. The tracking number shows no movement whatsoever. It's not even shipped. You just created a label. So he's blaming the postal service. I said, you know what? Just give me my money back and we'll be done with it. They said, well, now you have to, since we shipped it, you have to return it. Now, I haven't received it. So how would I be able to return it? I said, fine. I'm going to go through PayPal. I'm just going to go through PayPal and do have a report through PayPal. Let them pull the money out of your account and pay me back. They said, fine. We hung up. So later on that afternoon, after I've had this conversation, what appears on my steps?
Sulfur.
Is a box with sulfur in it. I look at the tracking number. The tracking number on the box is completely different from the one they gave me and the one they associated with my order.
Was Mrs. B ecstatic?
Well, I told her the tale because I was trying to make it a big surprise for our anniversary, but because of everything going back and forth, I told her what was going on. So she was pissed, as was I. But she was very happy that the sulfur came. So I looked at the tracking number. The tracking number is completely different from the one they gave me and the
Give
one
a
they
shit about
associated.
the tracking number.
So,
I'm imagining Mrs. B holding this sulfur
mhm.
in her hands.
I have to get as drunk as you. Hold on.
I'm not drunk at all. I'm trying to listen. I have been more sober on many other nights, and not once have I brought up that my wife wanted to order sulfur. Okay, so let's get that clear.
Okay.
So your wife
Yes.
wants to order sulfur.
Yes. Or she wanted to before I got it.
Opens the box.
Well, I told her like it was
It's
here. Like
fucking sulfur.
she
It
was.
stinks like shit.
It does not when it's in rock form. It actually does not smell when it's in rock form. So anyway,
I'm the hammered one, ladies and gentlemen.
you certainly are.
And yet my wife does not order sulfur.
Well, what my wife and your wife order has nothing to do with your sobriety.
Right.
You not being able to press the mute button on your microphone.
It is also
proves
my
your-
birthday, by the way.
I understand that. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
So let's finish the story so I can get to my epicenter. Jesus Christ. That's another story.
Oh, fuck. We're not even there yet. Okay.
So yes, because you keep interrupting me.
But
So
you're
anyway,
telling me about this fucking rock that came from Mumbai.
yes, Jane brought it to my house. Jane from Mumbai. So anyway, the tracking number on the box is different from the tracking number that they gave me. So the tracking number that they gave me will forever show no movement because it's the wrong tracking number.
Right.
So I opened the issue with PayPal, and now I'm waiting for them. The store replied with the same tracking number that has no information. So I'm waiting for PayPal to ultimately give me my money back because, according to them, it was never shipped.
So
So
at
now
the end of this, at
I
the end
will
of this, like everything else you do, you're going to get this sulfur for free.
for free.
Like your
Exactly.
fucking barbecue.
Exactly.
You think I'm not paying attention, but I 100% am. For fuck's sakes, a piece of sulfur. What are you the epicenter of?
I am the epicenter of customer service video calls.
About sulfur.
No, about an air purifier.
Oh, for fuck's sake. To get rid of the smell of the sulfur.
No. So I got this from Shark, Shark Ninja, the big company.
Yes.
So I got a Shark air purifier that is a big one. It cleans like 1,200 square feet. So it's like for the whole, first floor of the house. It was working great. I had it for a week. It was working great. My wife.
No, it was working great.
Well, it was turned on, and it's all digital and all this. It tells you the air level and all of this stuff. So it was working wonderful.
How do you know it was working great?
Because it gives you the readouts of the air quality. And I saw it going up and down, and as it's cleaning, it's going up. And when you start cooking, and the smoke from the cooking makes its way to the purifier, the air quality goes down, and
then you brought in sulfur.
I didn't bring sulfurs all the way upstairs. So it's working great for a week, and I come in this past Sunday, and I was out in the backyard cooking, smoking pork butt. Yeah. And my wife, it was off. I said, "What happened?" She said, "I don't know. I bumped into it and I touched the top of it, and now it won't turn on." I said, "For fuck's sake!"
Bumped into it and touched
the top of it, and now it won't turn on. So I'm trying everything. I'm pulling the filter out. I'm doing all this. I changed the battery on the remote just in case. Nothing. So I call Shark, and I tell them exactly what happened. The model number, I had to register it for warranty first.
Who are you talking to? Larry from Dubai.
Larry from Peru.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm talking to Larry from Peru, and we're going through this. I'm going to send you a link. It's a video link, so I can see what you're doing. I said, okay, I'm on my phone. So a text message comes. I click on a link.
Great. So they're spying on you now.
Right. So I click on the link on my phone and, the video comes up and I'm showing them the air purifier.
And Larry from Peru he's right in there.
He's going through all the steps. Like I already went on the website and did all the troubleshooting steps. None of it worked. He's going through all those troubleshooting steps again. I said, okay, fine. I did them, but you want to see them. We're going through. It's not turning on. It's not turning on. I'm showing him this. I'm doing everything he says. I'm plugging it into different outlets. I'm doing this. Nothing's working. He said, okay, I have enough evidence to do a warranty claim. We'll send you a new one. He says, we'll send you a new one in 3 to 10 days. I said, whatever. He says, what we do, though, now is because of COVID, we do not ask that you send it back. What we want you to do while we're on video chat with you is cut the power cord off of it. I said, excuse me? He says, yes. Cut the power. Before I can process this claim, I need you to cut the power cord off of it. So I get my scissors, and I have my scissors here, and I'm trying to cut this cord. They're not exactly great scissors. And as I'm cutting the cord, the whole thing, the grip breaks. So now I got to
scissors break.
Now my scissors have broken. So now I have to take out my knife, which I showed you last week.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there hacking away at this cord. It's a thicker cord. But ultimately I cut it off and I showed it to him dangling. And he said, okay, now we can process your warranty claim. This is the cord.
So
this is the end that was cut.
Ladies and gentlemen, you think that I'm drunk. So you cut the cord.
Yeah, like I was giving birth to the fucking air purifier.
Almost
I
like
had to cut the cord
on the Nile, and you're in a boat, and there's nothing else to do. You gotta cut the cord, and you did it.
That's right. I had to cut in order for me to get a brand new air purifier to replace the one that was only a week old. I had to cut the power cord. They don't want me to send it back. They want this to cut the power cord and show them on my video chat.
So if I want a new Jeep, I simply smash it into a building on video.
It's very possible. I'm not sure what Chrysler does. They may ask you to slash the tires. I don't know. But in the instance of a Shark air purifier, they want you to cut the power cord off of the machine while you're on video chat with them.
I need to know. This is Larry from Peru. I need to know if you get a new air purifier.
I'm waiting. This was a couple of days ago, so they said 3 to 10 days. So I'm waiting for my new air purifier.
Let's just keep drinking.
I am done with this beer. I have to go get another one.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, while he's getting that beer, did you know that we have some new? I'll do this. Oh, we have a new T-shirt that you can get. Just click on the link. 40% off the Cave Crew Radio Season 8 T-shirt. All right, so you're back, right? So we can carry on with things. That's
sure.
bullshit about like ordering shit, cutting cords, and
going on a cruise tomorrow. If you want to talk about that,
no, we'll do that in a minute. We need to do our what do you call our Cave Crew Radio thing of the week, because it's a big one.
It's time for our listener submission of the week.
It is, and it's a huge one. Remove that. It is the lovely Amanda with her Choo Choo Stew Mania trophy.
The first trophy of its kind. She's proudly displaying it.
I don't know what's in her hair.
I think that's the background on the wall.
Is it, or is it her Greek fair?
No, I think that's the background. That's whatever's hanging on the wall.
All right, I'll give you that. So that is our simply and all out our listener submission of the week, Big B.
That's the championship trophy from Choo Choo Mania 2. Amanda beat Jason Scott in a very close match. She took a 2-0 lead. Jason Scott came back and tied it up at 2 events apiece. Amanda won in overtime, and now she is proudly displaying the Choo Choo Mania trophy. And I can't wait if we can get the champions together for Choo Choo Mania 3. That would be the event to end all events.
According to the poll we had, everyone wants to see Amanda versus Africa.
I think it would be a match for the ages.
Okay, DK, how can the listeners submit their stories and pictures?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is simply submit via cavecrewradio.com, via Cave Crew Radio Facebook page, via Instagram or Twitter, and BB and I will identify you. I can't speak because of sulfur.
You can't speak because of Molson Ice.
No, it's not true, and it's Labatt's Blue.
Oh, Labatt's Blue. Sorry, you can't speak because of Labatt's Blue.
I'm dumbfounded by the sulfur, but there is something we need to take care of. Well, there's a few things we need. Should we get Jolets out of the way, or should we?
I think we need to do the Mike Jolitz news, and then we need to. I think we need to review some things.
All right, so here's your fucker, Jolitz. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Jolitz reads the news.
Thank you, DK. It is now time for Mike Reads the News. Hello, Cave Crew Radio. Hello, DK, and hello, Sir Big B. How the hell are you guys? I am doing fantastic. Just another great day to be alive. Yeah. All right, you guys. It is now time for the news. The Final Sears store is still open and is closing its doors in Illinois. It's about time. So that means no more talking to RJ or Lakshmi in India anymore. Yes! Goodbye. Watched Michigan State beat the ever-loving shit out of the University of Miami in college football on Saturday. Oh, that was enjoyable. Comedian and SNL alum Chris Rock revealed he has COVID. Get better, Chris. I was in the loo in the underground and saw that Choo Choo Stew gives Africa noon delight. I don't know what that means. You guys think that's true? Whatever it is. The Milwaukee Brewers are your 2021 National League Central champs. That's awesome. Wish they were better when I was a fan of them, though. I just might start rooting for them again. Speaking of baseball, Conor McGregor threw out a first pitch at a recent Cubs game. Maybe I should say he threw up a first pitch. He tossed a duck out there. It was terrible. Oh, and the Cubs lost. My band 212 is back up to number 3 on the Reverb Nation alternative chart for surprise. We had fallen to 6th a couple weeks ago. Realistically, there's like only 7 or 8 bands out here, so I should be on the chart. Golfer Bryson DeChambeau reportedly wrecked his hands prior to the upcoming Ryder Cup this weekend. Yeah, he claims it's from practicing for long ball. I say it's from those Christina Aguilera topless photos. And finally in the news, the Packers finally won last weekend. They didn't look like shit, which is good news because the Shartnals won as well. Shartnal fans are insufferable when they win and the Packers don't. And in breaking news, Aaron Rodgers announced on the Pat McAfee show that he is growing out his hair for his Halloween costume. He didn't say what it was going to be, though. Yeah, real breaking news. Alrighty, guys. Well, that does it for the news. And now it is the triumphant return of the weather. Heading up to Windsor, Ontario, Canada, where DK, the man, lives. On Saturday, there's a 60% chance of rain with a high of 66. Sunday, a high of 70 and sunny. On Monday, it's a high of 75 and partly cloudy. Heading over to Queens, New York, where Sir Big B is. On Saturday, it's going to be 75 degrees and sunny. On Sunday, it's going to be 73. And on Monday, it's going to be 75 degrees and sunny as well. So good weather all around out here in Surprise, Arizona. It's starting to cool off now. Yay! On Saturday, it's going to be 92 and partly cloudy. Sunday, 84 with a 30% chance of rain. And Monday, back to 91 degrees and sunny. Yeah, digging it. Alrighty, guys. Well, that does it. Thank you for listening to Mike Reads the News. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Take care, guys. Have a great show. Bye-bye.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. The motto's always been when it's right, why wait until the middle of the cold dark night? Well, everything's a little clearer in the light of day. Yeah, we know the night is always gonna be there anyway. Thinking of this working on my appetite, looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Six and six together makes the sparks ignite, and the thought of rubbing mules getting so excited. Sky rockets in flight, afternoon delight. Afternoon delight.
All right, so I have a potential name for the show, and that is Afka Noon Delight.
I wrote that down as well.
What a wonderful thing. And I don't know what the dilemma was. I don't know what the problem was. I don't know what the issue was, but we got the weather back.
He still hasn't explained it. Mike, I need an we need resolution to this. We
What?
need to know why you couldn't read the weather.
For 2 weeks, he couldn't read the weather. And then all of a sudden, we got the weather again.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. But Afka, the Noon Delight. I love it. You know what else I love? Is the book of Choo Choo Stew.
Ooh.
That's another thing I love. Hang on, I gotta find it. I'm having a real hard time finding shit in here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the book of Choo Choo Stew. Chapter, I believe, Big B, 27.
27. My goodness.
Let's see what it is.
The Book of Stew, Chapter 27. Long before changing into a vegetarian maniac, Stu was once a master chef, using every part of the animal you could imagine. Using immaculate sauces, he serves a divine meal of vermin. I call this one a meal fit for a pig.
was a daily, or, well, if you were lucky, a weekly or monthly treat.
What the fuck is that?
Eh?
And when the Chinese can't afford to eat, they just eat fucking rice.
What's a pig's cheek?
How do you get the cheek off the pig? That would
Oh,
take the
pig's
butcher.
cheeks, ox cheek. It's a part of the face. It's the part of. It's quite nice actually. And in Spain, it's a part of your tapas.
Just remember, in Spain is where they do acid, and God,
I went to Spain.
I know you did.
In the same night, I went to 3 tapas restaurants deliberately to try three different styles of cheek.
Can you, before we bring our first guest on, can you please elaborate on the 3 different styles of cheek? For fuck's sakes.
So, my lovely brother-in-law, Frances, who lives out in Barcelona, he just took me on this sort of little pub crawl, and he said, "We're going to have," I think it was ox cheek or pig's cheek? I can't bleeding remember, but now. But
Can you
anyway.
tell the difference?
Well, it was quite fleshy and a bit flabby, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, depending on what sauce was with it. But it
Well,
was.
what are the 3 different sauces? We got a show to do, Stu. Like, don't keep us in fucking
No,
suspense.
I think they was all the same but slightly different, and just cooked slightly differently. But I quite enjoyed a little bit of cheek.
So if the 3 of us went out to dinner one night, and DK orders chicken wings, I order maybe a turkey leg. Stu's gonna order, can I have some pig face?
Yeah.
The fuck?
I'm sure in New York and in places in Canada, you'll find it on all the top class restaurants.
I obviously don't go to
Jeez.
top class restaurants.
But
Uh,
I don't know of any place in New York where you get cheeks.
yeah, you will. You'll get it. Search and you will find.
maybe I should open a restaurant and have Stu come over and cook, and we could call it cheeks on the grill or something.
Yes. Your cheek or mine?
That's something like that. Yeah.
Oh my God, Stu, you are a gem. Choo Choo Stu, the vegetarian, Big B.
Eating pig cheek.
Pig cheek and ox cheek.
I've had oxtail. Oxtail kicks ass.
I've had oxtail. It's delicious, but the way he explains things to us makes it so elaborate.
It sounds very exotic when he
It's a
explains it.
treat.
Would this be part of his treat day?
No, I guarantee you. He's eating avocado and carrots and whatnot. He's not going to cheat and have pig cheeks.
But he had like French fries or whatever the fuck it was that one day. He was going to. He had like a full McDonald's meal. Yeah. Oh yeah. He had
Domino's pizza.
right. He had pizza. He's had a full McDonald's meal one time. I think he's. I don't think he's eating healthy. I think he's lying.
Oh, you're calling him out.
Because we see him eating pizza. He's talked about his fucking French fries and hamburgers that one time that he was on his way home with the family, whatever the fuck they were doing. They went somewhere to go sightseeing and he went and got burgers and fries. I don't think he's eating as healthy as he says he is.
All right. Big B has called him out. Pig cheeks and ox cheeks, ladies and gentlemen. I have to say, I have tried a lot of things. I've always, when on a menu something comes up, I will try it. But I've never seen pig cheeks.
No, not once.
Not once, have I? Anyway, folks, the Book of Choo Choo Choo, chapter 27. Now, before we get into your news, we need to get into this. We have a really cool lineup here, I think. Big B has defeated pretty much everyone that has crossed his path. And I'm really enticed by this matchup. I don't want to make predictions because I'm scared, but what do you see here, Big B? You got CJ Ripka versus Afka. two enemies that hate each other.
They had the blood feud that was Choo Choo Mania 1, the original, and luckily enough, through the complete random drawing of the names, which we saw live last week, so it was completely random. We watched you pick it out of a hat. We have the rematch in Believe It or What. I have to give the advantage in this one to Afka simply because he was my main opponent for any number of weeks. This became a weekly thing that me and him would face off, and I would always win. But the experience of going through this type of trivia contest is on his side. So I want to say I give the advantage to Afka, but CJ is scrappy. I don't know the extent of his knowledge of weird things, but Afka has plenty, as we know, the most interesting man on the planet,
Yes.
plenty of experience, plenty of knowledge of things. So I have to give the advantage to Afka.
Okay, so we move to the second bracket. I find this one very interesting. Eric the Swede versus Amanda. I would say two of the top contenders to the crown.
Interesting. This is a very intriguing matchup because they are two, I don't want to say polar opposites, but Eric, I know, has a very specific knowledge base, obviously, in My Little Pony. I don't know the extent of his knowledge outside of other things. Amanda does know a number of different things. She's very knowledgeable on a number of subjects. So I would want to give the advantage in this one to Amanda, mainly because of the time difference. It's very late over in Sweden, and Eric will be joining us very, very late. He may be a little fatigued, and if we're outside his comfort zone, he may struggle a little bit. So I'm going to give the advantage in this one to Amanda.
Okay, and I appreciate that. And I think this should be our first event. I think we can get Amanda and Eric the Swede, both on air, and I'm me. I'm a huge fan of Amanda, but Eric the Swede knows a lot of shit.
He does. He absolutely does. I think he just may be a little bit out of his comfort zone. Combine that with the time difference and the late hour in Sweden at the time of the event. I have to give the advantage to Amanda in this one.
All right. I appreciate that. And then you have Dr. Mike Devine, the guy that decided we were legally insane, versus my wife, Isbia, a real expert on movies and I don't know.
This is interesting. Obviously, you have to be a very smart individual to become a doctor. Can't take anything away from Mike Devine. What I can say about Dr. Mike Devine, the resident psychologist for Cave Crew Radio, is that he tends to be a little bit conspiracy theory-ish. So he may go off on a little tangent and kind of, in the conspiracy theory world, this is what the answer would be when it's not actually the answer kind of thing. And I think Isbia, in my very limited conversations with her, and of course going up against her in 50 Shades of Grey, believe it or what, she's a very intelligent woman. I think she knows a lot. She has plenty of experience doing radio, obviously. I think I give the advantage to Isbia in this matchup.
Oh, that's gonna be a matchup because, see, I see Dr. Mike as a guy that knows a little bit about everything.
But I think, when it comes to strange shit that we discuss, it may delve into, his conspiracy theory side. So, his feelings may overtake, the right or wrong answer. So in this round, I give the advantage to Isbia.
Okay, and then in the final bracket, this could be the most interesting one. These are two guys that are pretty much the same. Producer Scotty collects cats and dogs, and Jason Scott collects pottery. Where do you see this one?
This is interesting because I don't know producer Scotty well at all. He's probably my least, the person I know the least in this entire tournament. I understand that he was the trivia champion over at Double Talk Radio. I don't know how that officially happened, but I have to go by what he says, and you don't deny it, that he was the trivia champion.
Indisputably. But Jason Scott knows a lot of weird shit.
He does. He knows a lot of weird shit, but I have to give the advantage to Scott on the only reason is that you agree that he was the trivia champion of Double Talk Radio. So that coming into a trivia contest automatically gives him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know him. He's the person I know the least in this entire tournament. I'm going by what he says, and you actually agree because given any chance to disagree with him, you will. But in this instance, you agree with him. So that carries a lot of weight.
He is very good at trivia, but as is Jason Scott.
Jason Scott is the only person to really beat me, although that was when I had my COVID shot. So I was a bit under the weather, not feeling well. But he is the only person to, completely beat me. I don't think I got anyone right that night.
So you're picking Scotty, Isbia, Afka, and Amanda.
Well, if I had to make, I'm just saying I give the advantage to these people. I don't know if I have to make picks.
No, well, we're just talking.
Right. On the surface, yes, I would say yes. Afka versus Amanda, Isbia versus Scotty.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It is yet to be played out, and it will be. I think the easiest one to get in 2 weeks would be Amanda versus the Swede.
I have to see. I've messaged Eric after we did the brackets, and I showed him the bracket and all that, and I told him we'll be in touch, but he never got back to me. Usually he acknowledges, okay, cool, whatever. So he hasn't got back to me, so I don't know.
He's very cool, and he will. And so, what happens if someone does not show up?
Well, if they agree to a time, and everybody's agreed on a certain time and a certain date, if they don't show up, they forfeit.
Okay. And someone moves along.
Right.
I say the first match is Amanda versus Eric the Swede.
I'll message Eric and see when he's available.
And Amanda would come up, I am sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's our favorite part of the show. And we have some good stuff here. I can't find it. I can't find it because it's not here, but we'll play it anyway, and then we will get into our first story of the week.
Now it's time for the news with our senior correspondent, the Big B.
The Big B. And what is our first story today?
Our first story comes from canoe.com. And the headline reads UK teen hospitalized after USB cord gets stuck in his penis.
Here it comes.
There it is. A teen in the UK was rushed to the hospital after he attempted to measure his penis by shoving a USB cable into it. The London boy revealed to doctors after his mother left the room that he inserted the cable to measure the length of his penis. It's unknown why he didn't use a trusty ruler, but the more modern option was evidently not the best method. The cable, which was already knotted, wound up and getting caught in his urethra. That's
Wait a
gotta hurt.
minute. Wait a minute. So he didn't even have it perfectly lined up.
Well, I guess as he's trying to shove it in, it kind of, it's, it's not a straight line in there. You know what I mean?
Why would you do this? What is wrong with a ruler?
I don't know. The teen attempted to extract it himself, but he began to experience blood in his urine. So his mother took him to the hospital. Emergency surgery was required to remove the cord, and the teen was discharged the following day. Now wait. Okay. Let me understand this. You shoved a USB cable, like you're fucking trying to charge your fucking bladder. You shove a USB cable up your dick hole.
Yeah.
You go to the hospital.
Me, I'm inebriated.
Yes, you are.
No, I am not. I would never shove a USB cable up my, what did you call it? Urethra?
Urethra. That's a scientific name for the pee hole.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like fun. Birthday. I think I'm going to acknowledge it.
So he went to the hospital, told them what happened. They had surgery, emergency surgery to remove the cable. So that I don't know if they had cut his dick open or what to remove the cable. But then he was discharged the following day. You would think he would be there a few days just for observation.
Did he masturbate extremely after removing the cable?
Well, he says here his recovery was described as uneventful, which is pretty much all one can hope for.
Exactly how long was the measurement of the USB cable? This is what everyone wants to know, Big B.
It doesn't say.
It is no relevance to what was he like 7, 8, 9?
It doesn't say. But what it does say is that foreign bodies inserted into the urethra can cause serious issues ranging from urinary tract infections, painful erections, and bladder dysfunction, most of which typically comes down to sexual curiosity and sexual practice after intoxication. DK, after intoxication.
Right. And even though I have not raped, I quite often will shove a Q-tip in my urethra.
Well, listen to this. Experts wrote that some objects inserted include, are you ready for this?
I'll give you a thumbs up to every one I've done.
Needles, pins, iron wires, and ladies and gentlemen, the best of them all, pistachio shells.
I actually got to tell you that a pistachio shell up your urethra is the most fantastic feeling in the world.
I'm sure it is.
If the nut is still inside the pistachio.
Yeah. Pistachio shells, ladies and gentlemen.
Pistachio shells in the urethra.
In the urethra.
You've got to be kidding me. This is actually something someone has tried.
Well, what was the story a couple of weeks ago where somebody used fucking aluminum foil as a condom? Let's not forget, people are stupid and do dumb shit.
If you send me pistachios, ladies and gentlemen, I will experiment with them.
Live on air after being inebriated drinking Labatt's Blue.
I will definitely put a pistachio in my, what'd you call it?
Urethra.
Yeah. In my penile.
Good times.
All right. Okay. Next one was the cows, right?
Next one was the cows.
Yeah, I like this one.
This one from the Huffington Post. Scientists, the headline reads, scientists potty train cows to use the moo. Turns out cows can be potty trained as easily as toddlers and maybe even easier. It's no bull. Scientists put the task to the test, and 11 out of 16 cows learned to use the moo when they had to go. Just like some parents,
You're telling me, just like you and I may get a gerbil and try to go directly to the rock.
I don't know what you're doing with gerbils.
I'm doing nothing with gerbils, but I'm thinking we could try this with cats. We could try this with dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But these gentlemen are getting cows.
Yes.
To be potty trained. They don't have enough land. They don't have acres and acres and acres of land for these cows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm beginning to think this is inner city cows.
Well, remember, we had a story about the manure pits. Maybe they're trying to eliminate the death by manure pit.
Right. So where exactly do the cows go?
Well, it says, just like some parrots, the researchers used a sweet treat to coax the cows to push through a gate and urinate in a special pen. And it only took 15 days to train the young calves. Some human kids take quite a bit longer. The cows are at least as good as children ages 2 to 4 years and at least as quick. This was done in Auckland, New Zealand, by the way.
Oh, love it. And so these cows, you're like, moo, go pee pee. Right?
Yes.
And moo goes outside and makes pee pee in a special spot.
This apparently started as a half ingest question.
At the beginning of the show, you told everyone that I was hammered.
Yes, and you still are.
I have never tried to potty train a cow.
And neither have I. It says here, when it started, it was a half ingest question on a New Zealand radio talk show about the very real problem of livestock waste. And it resulted in a serious study published the other day in the journal Current Biology.
Serious study.
It was a serious study. Massive amounts of urine waste is a serious environmental issue.
Oh, okay.
Urine contains nitrogen, and when mixed with feces, becomes ammonia, which is an environmental issue with acid rain and other problems.
Does sulfur involve in this issue?
Sulfur is not involved.
Okay.
It can also taint the water with nitrates and create the airborne pollutant nitrous oxide. And cows do pee a lot, apparently. A single cow can produce 8 gallons of urine a day.
8 gallons.
8 gallons, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly how much does that cow drink?
I have no idea, but they produce 8 gallons of piss a day. In 2019, nitrous oxide comprised of 7% of all the U.S. greenhouse gases.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Help my drunk ass to wrap my head around this. 8 gallons of piss.
Yeah.
We're trying to control carbon monoxides, whatever. What are they doing with the cow piss?
They don't say really. They just say that they're trying to potty train the animals. I guess to bring it to a place where they can dispose of it easily.
I think this story needs a behind the scenes with Big B.
Yeah, it doesn't say what they do with it.
Well, you will find out if anyone can.
I certainly will. I will find out what they do with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, a behind the scenes report from Big B of the damage of cow urine and what we are doing to affect it in a positive manner.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I'll mark that down in my notes. All right, so let's see what else is on the. I think it's the vegetarian.
That's it. Yep.
This one, the Choo Choo Stew. We'll take note of this.
Well, I'm curious of your reaction to this. This coming from eatthis.com. The headline reads, KFC is nearing completion of its revolutionary new product. Good things come to those who wait. Over 3 years since announcing plans to develop plant-based fried chicken. Plant-based fried chicken, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
KFC appears to be within striking distance of that goal. According to Kevin Hochman, the company's president, plant-based fried chicken will be coming to KFC soon, and perhaps sooner than consumers think.
Why would you think I'm interested in this?
Because you love KFC skin.
Right. So at what point is a vegetarian option going to give me that skin?
If your family decides that they want vegetarian KFC, it will enter the house. And will you eat skin off plant KFC?
Absolutely not.
I guarantee you will.
No, I there's not a chance. I'm not the one that sits there and goes, "Oh, that sweet potato looks like a hamburger." Not a chance. Are you with me?
I wouldn't do it. I don't eat that Impossible Burger. I don't eat the near meat, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't eat any of that shit. But I would say that if it enters your house, you will try it.
No, not a chance. Because you need the skin of the chicken to get the flavor.
Right.
How exactly would a carrot resemble that flavor?
I
How
don't know.
exactly would a beanstalk or a sweet potato resemble that flavor? The only person that would do that is Choo Choo Stew.
I will say if they can figure it out and have fucking soy skin, you will eat it.
Not a chance.
It says here KFC began testing its own line of plant-based chicken nuggets in collaboration with Beyond Meat in select markets in 2019 and 2020. This time around, though, the fried chicken chain is hoping to move beyond nuggets and deliver plant-based versions of core menu items, meaning tenderloins and strips.
No, I will not eat it. Not a chance.
Well, it says replicating the famous chicken strips has been difficult for a few reasons. Besides nailing the taste, which, as Hockman pointed out, is KFC's first priority with its plant-based products, which is why I think you would eat it. Replacing solid quantities like texture and mouthfeel is also important. In developing high-quality plant-based versions of its chicken strips and tenderloins, KFC had to blaze a new trail separate from the tried and true methods of plant-based chicken nuggets.
Not a chance. Come on, Big B. Give me a little bit of credit here.
I think you will try it. You are more open than I am to new things, and I think you will try it. I don't think you will go out of your way to get it, but I think if it enters the house, you will try it.
And I will vomit. I will immediately vomit.
There is no date for when this will happen, but they're saying soon.
There's not a chance. Choo Choo Stew, yes, not me. Not a chance, Big B. But then you have another Kentucky Fried Chicken
I do. I have to find it. Hold on.
story. This one I found more interesting because it was actually real Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right. This coming
Oh
from
my God, I'm drooling over this picture.
This coming from CNN. The headline reads: Pair with trunk full of KFC arrested while trying to enter locked down Auckland, where restaurants remain shut. So again, cows going to the bathroom in New Zealand, KFC being illegal in New Zealand.
Right. All food is illegal.
All food, apparently. Two alleged gang associates found with a car trunk full of KFC takeout were arrested as they tried to enter New Zealand's largest city on Sunday in breach of strict coronavirus lockdown rules, according to police.
But how can you resist this, Big B? There's got to be 7 or 8 things of potato salad, 3 buckets of chicken.
Yep.
What's in the bags?
A whole bunch of other shit, a bunch of sides, I'm sure.
And if anyone knows me, there's a lot of skin.
Under
Skin in there.
Under Auckland's alert level 4 lockdown measures, the strictest in the country, restaurants, including takeout services, remain closed. So they've closed the entire fucking city. Everyone must stay home and only essential services are open. The rest of New Zealand is at level 2 with restaurants, cafes, bars, and nightclubs open, and residents are permitted to leave their houses. Isn't that nice of them?
Listen to me. I would break the law for this. I know you think I would try that fucking shit that you were talking about in the last story. But if someone put this in front of me, there is nothing better than a meal of KFC. Come on. You like it yourself.
I'm not arguing with you. I enjoy some KFC as well. But apparently in Auckland, New Zealand, it's against the law.
But would you break the law?
Sure, why not? It's fucking it. This is where it becomes like almost a political discussion because they're being arrested for having KFC. It's not an illegal product. It's food. It's not like
cause Rona.
Right. It doesn't cause Rona. It's not meth. It's fucking KFC. It says here, police were trolling back roads near the outskirts of Auckland when they noticed a suspicious-looking vehicle. And upon seeing the officers, the vehicle did a U-turn and sped off before eventually pulling over. When the car was searched, police found a large quantity of KFC, more than New Zealand dollar, 100,000 New Zealand dollars, which is the equivalent of $70,000 in U.S. cash.
$70,000 of KFC
and empty ounce bags. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, they're little Ziploc bags in ounces. So
Oh,
empty ounce. So what they were going to do, because New Zealand is so
Oh.
fucked up that for whatever reason they are locked down the entire city of Auckland. What these people did was went outside of Auckland, bought KFC, trying to sneak it in, and were going to sell it like they were selling fucking weed out of a fucking out of their fucking trunk.
I'd be the first one in line, Big B. I have to admit. You know me. KFC, gravy, fries, chicken. I'd be like a potty trained cow. I would definitely. I'd be there.
I agree. I'm sure you would.
This is B waiting for her sulfur.
The photos here, just to answer your question, the photos here show 3 buckets of chicken, 10 cups of coleslaw. That's coleslaw right there.
Oh, okay.
A large package of fries, and 4 large bags containing other KFC items.
Is there any gravy in there?
There's got to be gravy somewhere in those bags.
There's got to be gravy in there.
And by the way, they had a large bag of fries. I'm assuming that's the one on the right, that kind of smaller, clear bagged
Yes.
thing.
But-
A large thing of fries. Those potato wedges are fucking awesome. KFC potato wedges kick ass.
I'm in for the chicken and the gravy.
I mean, you certainly are. I know.
Oh,
But this is where we've gotten to in this ridiculous fucking time we live in.
right.
You're gonna get arrested for illegally transporting Kentucky Fried Chicken
Right.
into a city. It's food, ladies and gentlemen. It's not illegal. It's not any type of mind-altering chemical. It's not a drug. It's not an alcohol. It's chicken.
Right. Could you imagine you being in, let's say, Auckland, New Zealand, making an order of Kentucky Fried Chicken, which
Right.
is a strictly American Kentucky thing? What would you say to Dawn in Zimwa?
To who?
Dawn in Zimwa. You're looking for your Kentucky Fried Chicken
Right.
to be delivered in Auckland, New Zealand,
Right.
and you're calling Dawn in Zimwa.
Well, I would want to know what is going on, how they can get it to me as fast as possible.
Right. You want it hot.
Of course.
Right.
You want it hot, you want it crispy, because although I don't mind when Kentucky Fried Chicken the next day when it's cold,
Oh,
I really don't mind it.
it's the best. Oh, I want to go masturbate now, ladies and gentlemen.
He's gonna go stick pistachio shells up his dick.
I'm going to do weird things in my urethra. There's nothing better. It's not healthy for you. It's not good, but a nice meal of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh my God, it's so good. But then maybe we go into the realm of pizza pops
That's true.
or
Are
pizza
we-
rolls, whatever they are. These things. Tortillas.
Are we rolling with the story of the night?
Oh, my apology. Big B is so much ahead of me. Let's do it.
It's time for Big B's Big Bang Story of the Week.
I am slipping. All right, all yours.
This again comes from the Huffington Post. The headline reads: "Alleged pizza roll pooper apprehended after Oklahoma grocery store incident." Hold on, I'm gonna click continue reading.
I am so surprised of the amount of people that poop in different scenarios.
It's amazing to me, and this show proves it every week. that people do actually do this. Shirley Wright Johnson had a crappy shopping experience on Wednesday. Literally. Wright Johnson said she was picking up some items in a grocery store in Moore, Oklahoma, with her 2 daughters when she reached for a bag of frozen pizza rolls.
Yes, you're just reaching in.
Right.
This is a nice treat for the kids.
Right. A nice little after-school treat. You get some Totino's pizza rolls, and they're good to go.
Have you had Totino's pizza rolls?
I have.
You have. Are they good?
Well, all pizza rolls are the same. I mean, they're not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad.
But a nice little treat.
A nice little snack, yeah.
Removing the poop, of course.
Well, with minus corn and nuts, yes.
Yes.
She was picking up with her 2 daughters when she reached for a bag of frozen pizza rolls. She quickly discovered something else in her hand: human excrement. I pick up a bag of pizza rolls and there's literally shit, she said in a video obtained by Oklahoma City NBC affiliate KFOR TV. Human shit.
Human
she said,
shit.
Excuse my language, she said. Someone defecated inside.
Mormon, what's her fucking problem?
Someone defecated inside a supermarket freezer onto a bag of Totino's pizza rolls, then covered the mess with another package of the treats.
Someone defecated. Say that again.
Someone defecated inside a supermarket freezer onto a bag of Totino's pizza rolls, then covered the mess with another package of the treats.
Go ahead.
I grabbed the bag. I felt something smushy on the bag, so I turned it over, and there it was. I was upset. I was disgusted. I feel like I was violated. The ride home was miserable, she said, even though she quickly scrubbed off her hands. All the way home, my kids were still like, Mom, I can smell it. I can smell it. I'm like, I smell it too, baby.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
So you actually purchased the Totino's pizza rolls. Mom, I can smell it.
No, she didn't purchase it, but the smell still was on her hand because she had to wash her hands. So they're saying the smell was on her hand. She didn't purchase the Totino's.
She didn't purchase the
No.
pizza rolls.
No. She told the Oklahoma City CBS affiliate, it's just disgusting. That's the only word I can use is disgusting and horrible. More police.
I can smell it. I can smell it.
More police using surveillance video from the scene of the crime.
How the fuck are you getting surveillance video from a freezer in a grocery store that has Totino's pizza rolls?
Well, they have cameras.
Far too much money on cameras.
They have cameras throughout the store.
Oh, come on, Big B. You're like, I realize you think I'm nuts, but you have cameras on the frozen food section of the grocery store.
I'm assuming it's
bad things have got.
I'm assuming it's down all the aisles. I would assume they have cameras down all the aisles.
Right. So they zoomed.
Right. And they got video. They flushed out a man they identified as a person of interest. He was booked into the Cleveland County Detention Center on unrelated charges while the poop probe continues.
So we caught somebody, is what you're saying.
They caught somebody.
I mean, we hear things all the time. Unsolved mysteries, yada, yada, yada. There's actually someone who would catch you if you had to have a bowel movement. And when I spoke about this last week, we're very private about these things. But some people apparently like to have it in a public frozen freezer section.
I guess so.
And they're going to get caught.
Right. Cameras are everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. You will get caught. By the way, that's basically the end of the story. They said they'll release the name once charges are filed. But if you scroll down, obviously this is on the HuffPost website. So I scroll down, and if you could,
Yeah, up here. Hang on.
if you could bring this up for a second, please.
Hang on. 1 sec. Let me find you. Okay.
Here we go. So
Is that the guy?
no, this is not the guy. If you read what it says Florida poopers. And to view the gallery. So I'm assuming I'm going to view the gallery. I didn't see this before. And it's just mugshots of people. So it's nothing. Yeah, it's just mugshots of people.
Well,
But-
all these people have pooped.
I guess.
They've all pooped.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Yeah. And you ordered sulfur.
I will take pictures of the rock collection and the sulfur and send them to you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the time of the show. I don't have much. I scribbled a few things, but I am sure. Hang on. I am sure Big B. I have some about defecating in a freezer, but I can't even read my own writing. Big B has 4, ladies and gentlemen.
I have 5.
5. I am ready.
Okay. We'll start off with the one we both have, which we did enjoy, Afternoon Delight.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the Book of Stew. This one is the 3 different styles of cheek.
Yeah.
We will stay with the Book of Stew. A vegetarian maniac.
Okay.
The next one it comes from the final story we just had. I smell it too, baby.
Okay, hang on. You gotta give me a minute here.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the final one may not be as funny, but it was quite the talking point in this week's show. I got my wife sulfur.
I got my wife sulfur. Hang on. For some reason, my earphone won't go in. I got my wife sulfur. Which will definitely be a show note. I have to say, as hammered as I am, Afternoon Delight and my ultimate favorite,
Mhm.
I smell it too, baby.
I'll go with that.
I Afternoon Delight will make it in the show notes, but I think I smell it too, baby.
I smell it too, baby.
There's your show. Anyway, kids. Yeah, so we had a little bit of a problem tonight, but we're here. And you were here, and that's all that matters. We'll catch you next week. I say we should organize for 2 weeks from tonight. Amanda versus Eric the Swede.
I will reach out to Eric and see what he says.
Yeah, we'll get a hold of him and we'll make it happen. All right, kids, take care.
Thank you very much for listening to the show. Now stay safe, take care, and wash your hands.
I want you to pack up and get out.
Get the hell out of here!
Go! Just go! Get out! Get the hell out!
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
When you open your heart to patriotism, there is no room for prejudice.